All right, y'all, welcome back. It's been a little while since we've been on here. We've been dragging through the winter months, as I'm sure most of you guys have as well. The weather's finally starting to break. Spring's finally here. We got turkey seasons open up all across the country. We're super excited, super fired up to get after it this spring. A few quick things before we jump to this video. Our website and online store is now up and available. I'll leave a link to that website down in the description of this video. You guys can head over there, learn a little bit about us. Check out some of our merch we have for sale in there. We'll be selling hats, hoodies, shirts, decals, pretty much any of the stuff you guys see us wearing in the videos will be available on there. Stay tuned at the end of the video. We're going to be doing a couple giveaways, getting some of that merch in your all's hands. So stay tuned. I'll give you guys the details on that at the end of the video. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into this video. It's pretty much a picture perfect off the roost hunt. Bird pretty much read the script. They typically don't, but this one happened to read the script and come in on a string, so let's go ahead and jump into that hunt. All right, good morning, guys. Today is April 18th. Just now pulling out of the house here. Headed to meet up with Schuler. We're gonna ride down and hit this public piece that I hunted yesterday. I went there yesterday morning and was on a bird on the roost, and actually had a guy come walking up the ridge. I guess he heard the same bird. He ended up walking right underneath of it and blew it off the roost, and it flew clear across the holler away from me. And I don't think it ever gobbled again after that, but I did end up hearing one more bird on the roost, and then the wind really started to pick up. It was like 25, 30 mile an hour winds yesterday, so after about the first hour, it was pretty dead. I did cover some ground, find some pretty fresh signs, scratch and stuff like that, but never got on another bird. And I hunted till probably about noon, got out of there. So I'm gonna pick Schuler up. We're super early. Like I said, I ran into some guys yesterday, so I want to get in there pretty early, be the first one back there. I've got a pretty good area I'm gonna set Schuler up in. A big, like, low area in this field. The wind's supposed to pick up again today. Not quite as much as yesterday, but it's still supposed to be 15 mile an hour winds today. So looks like it's gonna be calm for about the first hour or two. So we'll try to find one on the roost and hopefully get it done. I'm gonna work down this big long white oak ridge in the back where I found some of that scratch and stuff yesterday. Just kind of listen and see if I can find one that wants to play the game. So y'all stay tuned. see it a little bit. Well, second day here in West Virginia. We're down here on the same public piece I hunted yesterday. Actually didn't come into this area at all yesterday. It was super windy yesterday. It's supposed to be super windy today, but it was pretty calm here at first light. I worked back to this area where I was gonna set up on top and then work down to this bowl once the wind picked up. And I got back here and owl hooted one time and one fired a good ways down this point in front of me, probably 120 yards down through there. He fired off, so I figured hopefully I could bring him up this point, and got set up, started doing some light tree yelps, and one fired probably 60 yards from me, another one fired over here in this bowl below me. And this one, I really didn't realize how close I was to this bird, but I ended up seeing him pitch down, and he flew down this point. I couldn't see him on the ground, but as soon as he hit the ground, I really started laying on him with the call. He came straight in, probably 45 seconds, a minute after he hit the ground. I heard something to my right, and he was actually looping on me, which was tough to swing and get the shot kinda, but I could just see his red head, blue head popping up over the crest of the hill here, and he popped up at, it was probably 30 yards, 35 yards, and I had a decoy out behind me out here in this field, and he popped up down here on this point, and he was looking for that decoy, and I don't know if he was leaving yet or not, but he turned. As soon as he turned, put it on him and let him have it. Beautiful bird here in West Virginia. Awesome to get one on the ground, get the pressure off. My buddy Schuller's down the other end of this field here, set up. So shoot him a text, let him know I got one, and hopefully try to get him on one. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you our setup here. When I shot that bird, he was right about there. He was roosted down here on the edge of this second flat, and I saw him pitch down. That other bird was further down this point, probably another 100 yards. That bird was right here in this big white oak, and he pitched down onto this flat right here. He worked up. He must have came around this flat down here. Oh, there goes about 15 deer. He pitched down there on that point. He must have worked this flat. He came up right here. He was standing right here when I shot him. He popped up, and wow, a little hard to see the sun there, but I don't know if you can see the camera back there, but I was tucked in against that tree back behind that log jam. So I was tucked in right there. I had a decoy sit out in the field, because when I first walked up through this field this morning, I hooted, and one answered down across this bottom right here, and that one answered way down this point. And initially, I set up on this tree, and I'm right-handed, so I could shoot to the field there. But once this one fired right here, I actually switched spots about 3 times. I couldn't make up my mind. And I switched over to this tree here and set up, and then this one behind me started hammering. So I was like, well, I can't shoot that way if I'm facing opposite direction. So I switched back to this tree. This one started going berserk when I was tree yelping. So I switched back to that tree, and I'm glad I did, because if I was sitting here with my camera on my right, there's no way I'd have been able to swing to get that shot right there. So got lucky. Sometimes that's what it takes. Figured I'd show you all this real quick. So when that bird came up this point right here, he got to right here, I could see his head, and he stopped and was looking hard my direction to where I was calling to, and then he turned and started angling that way. Well, there's this cattle fence here. This public goes for a long ways, but I'm assuming couldn't get under or didn't want to fly over top this cattle fence, so he started working this way, and as soon as he turned to go the opposite direction, I put it on his head and let him have it. But I really think that fence is what held him up. I really didn't anticipate that this morning, didn't really even think about it, but luckily he popped up high enough that I could get a shot, and worked out. All right, y'all, well, that's a wrap on the morning. We put that bird down this morning about 6:45. Shot him pretty much right after fly down. We spent the rest of the morning trying to locate a bird for Schuler. We did get pretty close. It's actually right in the middle of us taking pictures of my bird. One fired off in the holler right behind us. We tried to set up on him, but definitely wasn't a very good setup. My bird was still actually hanging in the tree, so he came pretty close, got to probably 70, 80 yards, but that was about it. Other than that, we ran around, made a big loop, doing some blind calling. Wind picked up again about 8:15, 8:30, so it's pretty tough to hear after that, but we did hear a couple way off in the distance, but they wouldn't respond to the call. They're pretty much just gobbling on their own. But yeah, it's pretty good morning. We got that bird down before the wind picked up, and then tried to do what we could for locate one for Schuler, but we'll be out of the woods for about the next 5 days. We've got a big fishing trip, big trout trip coming up, so as soon as we get back from it, we'll be back after the turkey. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed the hunt. 9 times out of 10 an off-lease hunt doesn't go as planned, but this one happened to read the script. Pretty much came on a string right after fly down. It's a great way to kick off season here in West Virginia, putting a public land bird on the ground. As I said earlier in the video, we're going to be doing a couple giveaways. The first way to enter is to be a subscriber on the channel and follow us on each of our social media pages. If you head over to the website, I've got a link to each of our socials on there. Just give us a follow, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and we'll draw 2 people at random over the next 5 days and send you guys a free hat. I'll reach out to you guys on social media, get some shipping details from you, and we'll take care of getting a free hat sent over to you guys. The second way is any purchase over the next 5 days over $75 from the online store. We're automatically going to throw in a free hat with your order there as well. It doesn't matter what it is, any combination of hoodies, shirts, hats, whatever it is, as long as it's over $75, we're automatically going to throw in a free hat with your order as well. Any purchase from the online store we greatly appreciate. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. We appreciate any support we get from you guys. But stay tuned over the next couple weeks. We've got some more hunts coming from Ohio, a few more hunts from here in West Virginia. We should have some new merch in here any day, so I'm sure we'll be doing a few more giveaways on the next couple videos. As always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.